The gentleman that was helping me move was in this BNI group, and he said, hey, come join us. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do it. And I was sold after the first meeting. I love the energy. I love the vibe. I love the people. Someone in my BNI group is utilizing my cleaning services. And at the very end, you give your testimonials. And he gave a testimonial of saying, hey, they're amazing. They're great. They take the stress off my shoulders. And it really helped everybody else in the group have that trust, because that you have to get your foot in the door with one person, right? So that they know they can trust you and then refer you to everybody else. So it took getting to that point for everybody else in the group to go, okay, you're good. We can trust you, because this other member had been in the group for several years.
All right, I'm your host, Marc Ebinger, the owner of Krukus Virtual Staffing, a company that recruits and staffs experienced overseas administrative assistants for insurance agents who need help with policy management, claims processing, and client communication. So if you're curious about some of the most common tasks that virtual assistants are doing for businesses, head over to our website at krukus.com and grab a copy of the top 20 tasks that VAs are doing for businesses just like yours. There's a link to the website in the podcast description below. And a quick reminder to follow the Let's Talk Business podcast on all major podcast platforms and social media, where you can catch video version of the show. You can get to everything easily from our website at satalkradio.com. Kim, you're the owner of a MaidPro franchise here in San Antonio. So tell me a little bit about your journey getting into entrepreneurship.
It was an interesting road. I have moved around for the last 15, 20 years. About every 3 years or so, we were getting up and moving across the country, and I was trying to start a new career every time we landed somewhere, and it became very difficult. And along the way, I also found out I'm not a really great employee. I'm a little stubborn, and I like to speak my mind a little bit too much. After realizing that, I decided, you know what? Why don't I try and go into business for myself? But I also realized I had never been in business for myself, and I needed some support. So I looked into franchising. I spent about a year looking into some franchises. I landed on MaidPro. They just had great reviews. I went and did a discovery day. I really enjoyed the owners who own the franchise. It was just such a wonderful experience, and I'd never anticipated owning a cleaning company ever. It just landed that way. So I decided, you know what? I'm going for it. I'm going to do this. And this was at the very tail end of 2019. So this is right when COVID was just starting to come about. So here I am trying. I'm like, all right, I'm going to do this. It's the end of 2019. I'm going to launch this business. So about 3 months later, I decided, all right, I'm going to launch this business. And that's right when everything got shut down in the entire world, including my kids' school. And at the time, their dad had been shipped off to DC. So it's just me and my kids. And I'm trying to launch a business while homeschooling a 7 and 10-year-old. No family here, no nothing. So I guess I got what I wanted. I wanted the experience. So it threw me right into the fire. It really did. Looking back, I don't know how I made it. I really don't. And I don't know how COVID either affected my business negatively or helped it. I don't know. Because some people would say we don't want anybody in our house. And then we've got other people saying, please come clean it. We want it sanitized. So I would not know what my business looks like pre-COVID, which is an interesting thing. Whereas all these other businesses were shutting down and they're getting the PPP loans, I got nothing. I'm just trying to launch my business with a shutdown economy. So I learned a lot about myself during that time. I definitely threw myself into business ownership. And along the way, I've grown. I actually purchased another office in Houston about 2 years ago. I turned that office around and then sold it again.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I've grown the one here, and it's been an interesting journey. I've learned a lot. I'm lucky. I've dabbled in looking at other franchises going, oh, I want to expand into another business. I want to do this. And I really learned that the franchise that I'm in is quite stellar. I'm quite lucky to be with the franchise that I'm with.
Love that. And what led you to BNI?
I knew all along I needed to do networking. But trying to launch the business, I was so in the business, I couldn't get myself out of it. And trying to network, I knew it was needed. I did. And then I finally got to a point where I had people in my office handling the day-to-day. The minute I was able to do that, I was in every networking group I could get my hands on, including BNI. I stumbled across this particular group that I'm in, just happened to need a mover one day for a big mirror that I was buying. And the gentleman that was helping me move was in this BNI group, and he said, hey, come join us. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do it. And I was sold. After the first meeting, I was sold. I love the energy. I love the vibe. I love the people. And just Nicole was saying, I love learning from other people. I love hearing their stories. I want to learn. I want to grow. I want to know what you're doing that's making you successful. It's so fun to hear the stories. And I love giving people referrals. I like seeing them successful. It's fun. I enjoy the meetings every week.
Yeah, and you're competitive over there too.
Yeah. Oh, we're super competitive. Yeah.
I like that. That's a good vibe.
Yeah. Come for me. That's fine.
Give an example of a referral that you have received that has had a pretty good size impact on your business.
I'll say it's more of a someone in my BNI group is utilizing my cleaning services. And at the very end, you give your testimonials. And he gave a testimonial of saying, hey, they're amazing. They're great. They take the stress off my shoulders. And it really helped everybody else in the group have that trust, because that you have to get your foot in the door with one person, right? So that they know they can trust you and then refer you to everybody else. So it took getting to that point for everybody else in the group to go, okay, you're good. We can trust you, because this other member had been in the group for several years. And I've only been there since January of this year. So going on 10 months, and I'm going to be taking over the secretary position coming up. Yay.
I can see where you'd be a good fit. So
Thanks.
some people don't do real well in BNI. What, you have an idea about why somebody might be struggling? If there's people out there maybe watching this video who aren't doing real well, what advice would you give them?
I would say you have to learn how to network. Nicole was saying you have to learn the personal side of people to know exactly what they need. And if you are just going up to people and saying, this is my business, this is who I am, here's my business card, and you walk away, there's nothing there. That business card is going right in the trash. That person's going to forget you 20 seconds later. You need to go up to them and you need to learn about them. It's not about you. It's about, who is Nicole? What does she do? Who is Mark? What does he do? And then say, hey, how can I refer you? What can I do to help your business? Because I know that I'm not going to get any referrals unless I'm helping you. And it is giver's gain, right? That's the whole idea. But really getting to know people on a personal level. You don't have to get super personal, but knowing their likes, dislikes. What is the best person I can put you in touch with? And what is that way? Is it texting? Is it email? Is it in person? Do you want to do coffee one day, in-person meetings? It's all about knowing how to best refer them, not just the best referral partner for them.
I love that. And then since joining BNI, what's like the biggest thing you've learned about networking?
It's you have to put the effort in. It does not come to your door. You have to learn how to network. You need to put the effort in and you need to show up.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just show up to 1 or 2 events and think, okay, that's it.
Check.
Or, hey, I'm just going to show up to 3 meetings instead of 4 this month just because I'm going to. You cannot do that. If you're going to be in, you have to be invested.
Show up early and stay late. That's what
exactly
I do.
it.
Just like even when I chapter visit, y'all have seen me.
Yes.
I show up and I stay late. It's because that's where a lot of stuff happens. You just hang around.
That's
and
where
look
the
for an
magic
opportunity.
happens.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. That's cool. What about ROI for your BNI membership? Is it there? Is it something you're still working on?
It's there. It's definitely there. And based on what's in my BNI app, I've given about 10 times more in thank you for close of business than I've received.
Whoop.
However, I will say that there are some amazing intangibles in BNI. I have reached out to my BNI chapter for other things, just for support in other areas. And they came charging, what do you need? How can we help you?
The event center. So you
Yeah.
launched a new event center, and
Yep.
it was packed with people that were coming to support you. And I saw quite a few folks there from your BNI chapter as
Yes.
well as some other people I didn't know. But that's a great example of that community coming together.
Oh, they're always, I can reach out to them for anything and they will come to the rescue. They will help answer any questions. I just put it out on the group chat or I say it at a meeting and they're there. So I know everybody likes numbers. We like our ROI, right? That's huge. But to be able to have a group that you can fully trust, rely on, and know they'll come to arms for you if needed,
Absolutely.
you can't put a number on that.
If somebody out there is considering joining a BNI or not, especially if they're in the maid service business, what would you tell them?
You are losing out by not being part of a BNI group. There's just so much, not only monetarily bringing in revenue, but there's so many connections and so many things you can learn. Nicole was saying, you can learn so much from everybody, and being willing to go in and have an open mind and be coachable and listen to them and how they've become successful. You just can't put a number on that. And people are missing out if they're not willing to put in the hour a week to go to lunch and do that.
100% agree. All right, Kim, if folks want to get in touch with you, how do they do that?
Facebook or Instagram. And I believe I gave you that information, or should I?
Oh, you should say it for
All
sure.
right, it's maidpro.com/San Antonio for both, from Facebook, website, and Instagram.
They can get to everything from there. All right, ladies, thanks for this. Was the first one of these that I've done. I'm excited about doing more of these. I'll do one a month where I bring in BNI members and we talk about their business and then their success and their approach to the BNI networking. I think it's going to be a big deal. What
So
are your
we're like
thoughts?
the first.
Yeah, you are the first.
Oh, we're so special. I love it.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
don't get
are.
cocky.
Oh no! Oh no!
Too
It's
late.
happening. Yeah.
Too late.
Sorry.
All right, good job. This will be available, of course, on social media, and I'll probably break it up as well into 2 different clips as well, because I want to go by industry to Mary Kay having success with BNI, maid service company having success with BNI, kind of a thing too. So great job, ladies. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank
for
All
having
right, as
us.
we wrap up the show, quick reminder to check out his latest podcasts and catch video version of the show anytime by visiting our website at satalkradio.com. That's going to be it for this one. You guys have a great week, and we'll see you at a BNI chapter.
Thank
Yes,
you.
See you soon.